welcome back to another episode of Mom in Paradise. I am your drink master for today. I am Georgette, and we have a special, beautiful guest with us. But of course, before we get into our conversation, I'll have the lovely ladies introduce themselves, and then I will discuss and tell you guys what is the drink that we'll be making today.
Hi, I'm Najila.
Glenda.
And our beautiful guest of honor.
Okay.
All right, guys. So today, our drink, my drink choice today, and I'm very, very, I like a little bouginess.
Bougie.
Yes,
Bougie is an understatement.
Yes. So I had to do a little different. Our drink today is called Cinderella.
Okay.
And of course, I wanted to name the one with alcohol the Stepsisters, but then I didn't want to make it. Yeah, so
You feel the shade?
yeah, no, but I didn't.
felt the shade.
But I didn't call it a Stepsisters. So I'm sticking to Cinderella with an extra kick. Yes.
Oh, nice. I
All
like
right.
Cinderella with a kick. Okay.
With a kick, see? All right. So already in our blender, we have our orange juice and pineapple juice, and then of course my lovely assistant today, even though she did not want to be my
I did not
assistant,
want to be her
she did not.
assistant.
She's gonna start that up for us. So just
Tap
press
on
the button. Yes, you tap it, really tap it, 'cause we want to make sure that the pineapple and the orange juice is well incorporated,
So are
right?
we tapping some more?
Yeah, tap a little bit for it. Yes. Okay, great. You can stop now. To our glasses, I will be adding some grenadine. And today, I have the pleasure of not being the only non-alcoholic here. And I like that for me, even though Najila over here.
This video with you, man.
Side eyeing you?
Yeah,
All day.
but it feels like it cut deeper for Najila today. I don't know why, but it feels like it cut deeper for her today.
Because you have history.
Yes, that's what it is,
Yes,
right?
we have history.
So
That's
we
what
add
happened.
our grenadine to the glass. I'm gonna add our ice and come. Let's get into this ice. You see it?
Bouginess. The bouginess, yes. And that ice is made out of what?
It also has some grenadine in there.
Okay.
As well.
I thought you did like watermelon or something.
No, I couldn't find it. I was trying to do that too, but then I was like, but it's not going to blend nicely with the drink. So I
Okay.
said, let me stick with the ingredients that I had there.
Nice.
I tried to do it with a pineapple, but it wasn't coming
wasn't
out.
coming
Pineapple wasn't
together.
pineapple.
No, it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do.
Yeah,
No, the next one is in the freezer, so we're gonna have to, yeah. All
I'll
right,
get some more ice.
please and thank you. So while we wait for that, I'm gonna start adding our beautiful pineapple and orange juice mixture in. Ooh. Into our glasses.
There we go. So why did you decide to call it Cinderella?
Actually, it's a drink that I looked up, and it
Okay.
was called Cinderella. And I was like, I was trying to find the alcohol version of it, and it didn't have an alcohol version of it, and
It
hence
wasn't
the
created
reason.
by island people.
No.
So we made a makeshift. I heard that.
So that's why I was like, maybe I should go ahead and give
Should we
it.
add another piece of ice
It
on
was
Yes,
this
in this one.
it? I added that one already.
Oh, no, so then
okay.
it's good. All right, so we're gonna add our citrus. So it's a very citrusy drink because of the orange, and then we have our lemon juice. This is freshly squeezed lemon juice. So you guys, please give a lot of props to me. I squeeze these lemon juice. I did it the old-fashioned way. Oh, my hand just.
She over here begging. We are ready.
So we're just gonna add just a pinch of it because you know
I
how
wanted too much.
we don't want it to be too potent.
I mean, you already have pineapple and orange juice, so
Yes.
you don't want it to. Yeah.
I feel like it'll be like,
No, I think it's gonna be like refreshing.
I tried it. It was refreshing to how I tried it, and I was like, I hope everybody else like it the way. But of course, to the ones, because what we're deciding to do, I'm gonna do both drinks because it's not that much to do. So I'm gonna add a little white rum into the ones, filled them with alcohol. Apparently, I need to use a bigger part of the cup
why you
measure.
just,
I feel judgment in that.
Because yeah.
not even a little bit.
You guys tell me to put it, so I just do what you guys say.
Well, we were just.
And I just love it because you guys are just, enjoying your drink, and that's good for you. And then we're gonna top it off with some ginger ale.
Okay. But wait, how everybody week was though? How was the week?
The week was good. I didn't have that many clients this week, so I got some admin done, and it was just nice and quiet.
And again, because I am bougie,
Strawberry. Oh, strawberries.
Cherries. You have to garnish. You have to garnish. When you get a drink and it's not garnished, it's not a drink.
and that's what I keep
No.
I
saying.
just take mine and put it off to the side. I don't need it.
No, you still even if
You
you're
don't
gonna
even
put it
have
off
to
to the
even-
side,
it's-
it has
But
to
I
be
don't feel
garnished.
wasteful.
No, but the drink is pretty, and because it's pretty, it makes you want to even take your time, enjoy it even
There's been
better.
some places that I've been to that they did not garnish the drink, and I looked at them like they were a little crazy. It's like you're supposed to
they
do
were.
that.
When you visit me, I'm gonna make sure I have the garnish on this. I
Yeah,
have the garnish on the side.
this is also somebody who drinks juice out of a wine glass. So
I ain't hating on that.
I love
I've
that
done
for
that.
us because I do it.
I've done that.
I'm at home with this wine
I've
glass,
done
and
that.
I'm just like, I don't drink wine, but I have the glass. So I'm gonna have this for you,
thank you.
and for you, ma'am,
Thank you.
and for you.
Thank you.
So guys, there you have it. We have the Cinderella, and let's have a quick cheers.
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 Clink, clink, clink.
That's good.
I like it.
Oh, not the cough.
I mean, it's like
It is
really
good.
good.
Do we have something to stir? Because I want to get a little bit of the grenadine that settled at the bottom.
Of course.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Now that we have our drinks, and we'll be moving on to our second segment. See you in a bit.
Hi, welcome back. So we're here to our second segment where we're going to be talking with our guest, Ife, yes, of Island Heroes. So before we get into the AI Islands, can you just give us a bit of a background? We want to know who's Ife.
Oh wow.
How did Ife come about? How did Islandpreneurs came about? I would like to assume, well not assume, I know this is your baby.
Yeah.
This is your baby. You birthed it, and this is where you come in and tie into, this is, as a mom, this is
Yes.
a product,
Yes.
and this is what I want for it. So tell us.
Okay. Born and raised on the beautiful island of St. Martin. My father's Nigerian, so hence the Nigerian name. And grew up on St. Martin as well. And was very much exposed to a variety of different things. So my mom started the small business convention and expo in the 90s. I found an article recently which threw me for a loop. And that was at one point where the concept of bringing people together to teach them about business and helping them to grow really materialized and solidified for me. But as an entrepreneur, I was about 8 years old when I was selling newspapers. There's a debate in my family whether it was 7, 8, or 9, but somewhere in between there, I say 8, so let's stick with 8. My brother was about 6, and my father at the time was the editor-in-chief and one of the founders of The Guardian, which was the predecessor to the Daily Herald. And so how the business model was structured was that when you sold those newspapers, you got 100% of the profit. So every newspaper you sold, that was your money. And so the paper itself made money off of advertising, right? So that's how those people were being able to be empowered, was able to send their children to school, build homes, all of that. So don't look down on the people who sell newspapers on the side of the road. FYI. No, but some people do. So that's just more for a general announcement. But anyhow, so we did that, and I didn't like selling newspapers on Front Street in the hot sun. I just didn't like it. I don't know where that came from. I can't tell you. I don't know why I thought I was so big for my bridges at 8, 9 years old.
But, it's hot.
It was hot. And it's also Front Street and public, and it was above NAF for old NAF.
Everybody was staying here.
And everybody was seeing me, and I'm like, who does this? So I had just learned fractions, and my brother, who was always in my math books, also knew fractions. So I decided, like, day one, I'm not doing it, I ain't feeling it. Day 2, I'm not doing it, I'm not feeling it. But every time Femi goes down, and Femi at the time was significantly smaller because he had some health challenges when he was baby. And so every time Femi came up, he came up empty. Like the newspaper say from here to here, covers his whole face, and in an hour, maybe 2, empty. All newspapers are gone. So I was like, okay, stop working for him. That's not what for me. So I had a conversation with my brother and I said, okay, I'll give you a quarter of my earnings if you sell my newspapers. And my brother was like, no, I want half. And I said, no, you're going to get a quarter. And we went back and forth for a little bit. I settled on half because he was not budgeting. He's a better negotiator.
He was studying these fractions.
And he was studying these fractions. And so he sold my newspapers, and I enjoyed being in my mom's office and the air cold and going into the jewelry stores and hanging out. And I learned a very valuable lesson at that age. One, my brother made a lot more money than me. He made his money plus 50% of my money. So when I did the calculations, I'm like, I don't know if this was a really good deal. But 2, the freedom of having other people execute on your vision. Yeah. And so, fast forward about 10 years, I got certified as a youth entrepreneurship trainer. And then I'm looking at an 8-year-old that walks in with a suit, 2 young girls in uniform. He does a 90-second sales pitch to get his $1,000 for his lemonade stand franchise that he wants to roll out in all of Florida. And he walked away with $10,000. And I was so impressed because I was very young and I was one of the youngest certified trainers in the room. And I was so impressed that this 8-year-old made me feel like, what was I doing for the last 10 years of my life? Exactly how I felt. Like nothing. I've done nothing. So those were key moments in my life where I knew that I would definitely be an entrepreneur. I would definitely be helping other entrepreneurs. And so fast forward, I've had different business iterations, but I was frustrated on social media about things that happen in St. Martin, you know. That tends to be the way we vent. Mm-hmm. And I'm not really a venter on social media like that, but I put up a post, Confessions of an Islandpreneur. It just kind of flew out of my system. Mm-hmm. And I got a message from someone that I know I won't name. And he said, if you don't use that, I'm going to use it. I said, don't you dare touch it. Don't you dare. And so that's how Islandpreneur was born. We did a top 40 under 40 event that was at Axum. Then we did a couple of other small iterations. And in 2020, when COVID hit, we were planning to do this big event. COVID, of course, shut everything down. Yes. But for us, and especially for me, that I'm very much attracted to the digital world, we pivoted and we went online. And we had 650 people register, hundreds of people online for 3 days straight. We had the co-founder of Priceline.com, which is a huge billionaire. We had all kinds of people on that first one and then the subsequent ones. And so I'm very proud of my baby Islandpreneur. Yeah.
Good, that's nice.
Yeah.
I have a question. Like, how do you feel like with that impact that you're having, how is it impacting the island with the persons coming to you, registering?
We get a lot of feedback. Well, we don't get as much feedback as we like. Our culture is not always the type of culture that comes back and say, hey, you did a great job. They will tell somebody else that you did a great job.
But they won't come to you.
They won't come back to you.
That's true.
So what happens, we know when we're doing good is when somebody takes the time to send a voice note, an email, or a DM, or whatever the case may be, to say, wow, that really blew my mind away, then that let us know that we're doing good. And so to your question about how has it impacted, what we've seen is at the time that we came out, and I've been doing this more than 5 years. I've been doing this for over a decade already. But what we've seen is that in the past 5 to 7 years, the ecosystem is starting to finally come together. So you have Credits, which is a microfinance institution. You have St. Martin Entrepreneurship Development Center that also does programming. You have different smaller companies that do different programming. And all of that is required for us to do what we do best. So before we were doing everything, which is exhausting. And so now we're able to focus a little bit more. And what we see us also is that our people really want to know about their finances. We've launched with the previous administration and the current administration, St. Martin Financial Literacy Month,
When is that?
November. And when we did it the first year, we had just over 300 people registered in under 48 hours. Second, the same thing. So what we see is that they really want to know about finances, which is interesting because you don't hear the conversations about that publicly. But they want to learn. So that's a good sign. And then, of course, the world of AI is changing everything. And so that has also really propelled us to move forward. So we've seen businesses start, we've seen them grow, we've seen some of them leave and establish bigger businesses. We've been able to help several people connect to the right kinds of resources. And so we're proud of the work that we continue to do.
I have a question. The Financial Literacy Month, you guys will be doing something this year again, Freda?
Yes.
And then it will be a weekly thing? Or I think the last time you guys did something on a weekly basis then?
Yeah, so the last time it was in partnership with the Ministry of Finance. And so it was, I think, the majority of the month, not the entire month. The previous year, we ended up doing 15 events in 30 days.
Sounds like fun.
I don't know how I survived it. It's called Grace of God. This year, it won't be like that. And this year, the Ministry of Finance is probably going to do something different. And so we encourage everyone who wants to do something within that month to kind of jump in and get it going. The wealth of St. Martin is dependent on our financial literacy.
Yes, it is.
And the system that we have in St. Martin is not as open about how to chart out your wealth path. And so for us, what we want to do is we want to break the silos of the conversations and have a bigger conversation so that everyone gets an equitable chance, not equal, but equitable chance of at least moving forward and progressing in their life. I'm very passionate about wealth creation and the progress of our people. And so it's for that reason that Islandpreneur also is very much committed to that aspect of it as well.
I have another question. For the persons that signed up for the financial literacy month stuff, were they like older persons, or say younger persons, or like a mixture
A
of
variety. Typically with our events, what we see is our demographic is about 35 to 55, mostly women. And for that reason, also last year we did our signature event that has changed this year, but our signature event was focused on women last year, on St. Martin and in Curacao. But it's typically about that 35, 45-ish range. But we've had people 70, 80 in our workshops, and we've had them as young as 14.
okay. Okay. I was curious about like younger kids.
Those are the outliers.
But yeah.
You guys also partnered up with the ministry to do something for the younger,
Yes.
for the youth.
Yes. So we have the National Youth Pitch Competition. I am very passionate about youth. And so even though I'm not a natural mom, I'm a mother in the spirit. I have a whole bunch of babies.
I kind of texted. I thought you pushes me like she's smart. He pushes me.
What I love about what you're doing is you might not be a mom, but you create opportunities for moms.
Yes.
People who aren't moms to understand financial literacy.
Yes.
Which is important because in truth, I could tell you for a very long time, and I still don't. I don't really understand finance.
Yeah. I'm still learning.
And I'm still learning. And the world of finance, and especially owning my own business, it is so vast.
Yep.
So all these opportunities, these people that you're connecting people with,
Yeah.
and you don't have to be a mother to connect, a mother to resource.
Yeah.
And we are blessed to have someone who is willing to put in the work to make the resources.
Thank you. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. That really does mean a lot.
Because that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. So when it comes to the National Youth Pitch Competition, we put a pause on it last year for a variety of reasons. And so for 2026, we are revamping it. We are going to possibly partner with some other local organizations. And we're going to have a strong component also with the tech component. So,
that would be really good.
exactly. What we've seen is with our young people, there's 3 key things that they're interested in. Sustainability. Every year, there's a lot of people that come in with sustainability type businesses. And the 2 years in a row, it was sustainability businesses that won. And then we see a strong emphasis also on mental health. The youth want to address mental health issue.
Really?
Yes, they do. They're very aware that it exists. They want to address it.
Being completely out of touch.
No, not enough. It's too much in inside us,
Yeah.
right? And they are feeling it. And we've had several unfortunate instances with young people, either with suicide or other aspects. That have rocked our community.
Yeah.
And so they see it and they feel it. And I think we underestimate how much they feel it.
Yeah.
So we saw that. And then the other thing that we saw that was almost like an underlying tone was how to do this with technology. So they came up with apps. They came up with different things. Some of them created their own demos. We didn't teach them how to create a demo. And these kids came swinging. So we want to really prepare them for the future that really is unknown at this point in time with all the changes that is happening. But prepare them as best as we can, because what we don't want to do is have them leave school and not have the skill to live in the world that they're living in.
Yes.
And so for 2026, I'm excited to revamp it. It takes a lot. It's the biggest project that we have. It takes a lot of energy. It's at least a solid 4 months of work. It's thousands and thousands of dollars because the winning prize also is a cash prize plus a trip, all expense paid to the US, to Atlanta, and then they're exposed to universities, incubators, accelerators, investors, entrepreneurs, the whole nine. And so we may do a different location, but nonetheless, also that international exchange component is really important. The first year we had 2 people who never worked to the US before. One person, both of them were on planes, but they'd never seen like a skyrise or anything of that nature. And so it was just a joy to see them go. Like, we were at Atlanta airport, and if you know Atlanta, the airport is huge. And we had to get a car. And the car is on the domestic terminal, which is very far from the international terminal. And so we're on the shuttle with all of our luggage, and we're in traffic, and we're on the airport for at least an hour, 45 minutes, right? And so one of them said, Miss Ife, so are we going to the hotel now? I said, we have not left the airport. We were picking up the car. And just to see how they've grown also. Recently we just had a meetup, a game night with them, the 2 winners and some of the people that have helped. And so we had a game night because now they're going off to college and all of that kind of stuff. And to see how they're so mature and confident and smart and ready to take on the world and kind and generous, it was just very heartwarming to me. So yeah, my babies are all growing up.
That's also part of mothering, right?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say she has her own mom.
Yeah, I do. We have this village. It is the village. We have 2 young ladies who anytime we do anything Idlenpreneur, they are there. They're part of the team, and I'm invested. You know, I want to know what's going on in their lives. I want to know how they're doing. If I can help, I try to help them out. And so it's so rewarding to see how what you put together gives them also the opportunity to grow and to connect with people, or to be exposed to information, or to develop professionally, things of that nature.
And you're planning to do that in 2026 again?
Yes.
Around which time should we be looking out for that?
So the finals, how it has been designed is that the kickoff is usually in August. Then there's an application period, and then after that we have an accelerator. So they go through 7 weeks of learning about business and leadership and all of that before they even touch the stage. So the stage part is usually during Global Entrepreneurship Week, so that's usually the third week of November. And leading up to that, it's about 7 to 8 weeks of everything from sales to marketing to how to pitch to leadership to confidence building to team dynamics. I mean, the whole nine.
And you pick children from different schools, or this is all the high schools are taking part?
So 70% of the secondary schools take part. That has been the pattern so far. We invite all schools. And so one of the other benefits of it is that during the accelerator program especially, you would see children from LU and CLE be in the same program as someone from Sundial or vocational, and going through the same process and learning from each other. And those kids don't necessarily,
They don't usually mix.
they don't mix, they don't connect.
They usually don't mix.
So that's one of the things that we saw also that was really powerful. And yeah, we're very excited about it. And to be honest, all of our partners are really excited about it. I've gotten several calls asking me, Ife, when are you doing this? Why are you not doing this? What's happening with this? And that is very good.
But they don't understand what you gotta do together.
Amount of applicants are you accepting?
So we've had as applicants, it's usually about 54, 55 to 60 students in total.
That's a bigger number than I thought.
Yeah, it has to be group.
Yeah.
But it was designed to be group. We might change that a little bit. But the reason why we wanted it to be group is because there's leadership skills, team building skills that happens when you have a
But
group.
it makes sense if we group, because at the end of the day, all these,
Yeah.
anything that is business is
Yeah.
social aspect.
Yeah.
There's networking and
Yes.
social.
And then it was also designed that schools would send in their teams. And so you can have one school that has multiple teams, right? However, for those, although everyone is welcome to join the accelerator, those that are in the accelerator and graduate to be able to pitch have to be the top scoring school teams. So then you represent your school.
Yeah.
And then the school gets a trophy.
Congratulations.
And it's one trophy that goes from one school to the next, the next, the next. So the previous winner has known the trophy for about 2 years.
If I'm not mistaken, that's in London.
Yeah, that's in Dublin. And so it also is very interesting. This can't be done without the support of the teachers, especially. I've seen teachers pick up students, drop off students, drive all the way from Kupakoi to town. Like, yeah, during November, in high season, in traffic.
So much everyone cares about
Yeah.
the children and
Yeah.
ensuring that they develop
Yeah.
a good start.
Yeah, so we're excited to revamp it, tweak it, make it even better for years to come.
Excited for that.
Yeah. So you gave us so much information.
Yes.
We are appreciative of it, and we look forward to 2026 when
Yes.
that happens.
Yes.
And we're gonna just cut, have a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Welcome back. The information again was so good. I don't even know how to put it in words. But as we are getting into this new form of technology, I must say. Technology is vast, it's always changing, it's never staying the same.
Yeah.
And AI has been one of the taking over, being a leading force in the technology future. And I know that you have a conference coming up,
Yes.
and it's the AI
Islands. yeah.
Islands. Will you give us a little bit of that information? What is it
Sure.
about?
Um,
And I like your tagline. If you can please, yes, that too.
the tagline is Paradise, Progress, Power. And actually, we are doing a framework with that. So we're going to be doing more things under that type of framework.
Yes.
Say it again. What's the target?
Paradise, Progress, Power.
PPP.
Strong.
Um,
Especially the paradise part.
yes, yes. We live in paradise.
We do.
And despite the different challenges and the different things that we all go through, people save their entire lifetime to come for one visit.
Yes.
Some of them save their entire lifetime to retire. And we just take it for granted. And so Islandpreneur is designed to showcase to the world that we are of equal value, but not so much to the world, to showcase to ourselves that we are of equal value. The world knows it. That's why they come here. Whether it's for tourism, whether it's for financial institutions, whether it's for whatever the case may be, they come, they find their way to our small islands. But we don't always appreciate the value that we have in the world. And so if you don't know the value, then you can't exchange value, you can't appreciate value, right? And so that's what business is about.
Yes.
Business is about the exchange of value and appreciating in value. So that's Islandpreneur. But from an AI perspective, AI, artificial intelligence, for those that don't know what AI stands for, artificial intelligence is disrupting every single form of industry. And we are in what I like to call the Henry Ford moment in history. So let me explain that. Henry Ford did not invent the car. The car was already invented before he came on. But what he did was he invented a system to mass produce cars. And he's known as the inventor of the car, but that's not necessarily true. But he said this, he said, if I gave the people what they wanted, I would have created a faster horse.
That is true. We thought ahead.
Okay? So I say that because this artificial intelligence technology in the various forms and iterations that exist
That it
out
come
there
in, yes.
is the Henry Ford system. And so the challenge most people have that are scared about it is, and those are very real concerns that you should have about AI. However, the same way how when the car came out, there was no driver's license, there was no seat belt, none of that came about. All of that is stuff that we evolved into. And because we're so used to it now, we just thought, oh, it's always been there.
Yes.
That's not necessarily the case. When I went to Cuba a few years ago, I sat in one of them 1964 big Cadillac type cars, not a seatbelt inside. Not a seatbelt.
But the car still running though.
The car
Yes.
still running.
1960s, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a seatbelt. So I say that to say that all of that, we will adjust accordingly to make sure that it's safe.
Yes.
And what's the challenge now, though, is that AI is advancing so rapidly that it's hard to kind of see how to make it safe at this particular moment in time. There's some bigger discussions. What I saw for our people is transformative power. I saw, oh wow, with a prompt I could create an app. With a prompt I could create a website. With a prompt I could create a tool. With a prompt I could automate different things in my business and don't have to be sitting behind my computer. What? For me, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. What you said? And so I've been fortunate to have people in this space in my network. So Leslie Samuel introduced me to ChatGPT when it first came out in November 2022. Allenpreneur Live 2023, we had already a workshop on how to use ChatGPT. Last year, we had again workshops for the one in St. Martin and the one in Curacao on how to use ChatGPT.
And I use it every day when I want to say something. That's where I go.
Yes. And what we recognized is that many people have adopted to the technology, but they're not maximizing the use of the
Usage of it.
technology.
Yes.
And that's where AI comes in, AI Islands. So AI Islands is taking your knowledge to the next level. So what we're doing is we're bringing together different experts from around the world and in the region. And then we're also having workshops that you're going to know how to automate your business. You're going to walk away with an actual tool for your business. You're going to discover things that will help to take your business to the next level and help you save time, help you save sanity, help you save money. ChatGPT right now has ChatGPT agent mode. And so I've been playing around with that. And you log in, she gives you the authority to log into your own stuff, so she doesn't read your logins. And then she takes over and does exactly what you tell her to do
Okay.
and delivers. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, I like this.
But that's a thing you have to learn just step by step. Because first, like you said, there are people that are even afraid of using the AI. So first is talking them into like just trying it out. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was hesitant. My very wise husband,
Very wise.
very-
Emphasis on the
from time to
wise.
time, and he was using it already because he's more tech savvy than I. So he was using it, and for the job that we had at the time, he was like, "Okay, if you use this, this will make it easier for you." But I felt like I was cheating. I was like, "No, but I'm not using my brain, and it's gonna like make it too short, and it's."
I'm so happy you said that. Oh, Lord, I'm so happy you said that.
Okay, so then now fast forward, and he's doing the job that I was at the time, and that's what he uses to. I mean, it's less people too, but he uses it for the same thing. And now he's like, "See what I was telling you? You see how it helps me? It's not that bad. You could have made your job so much easier. I've done
There it
so
is.
much quicker,
Yeah.
and have the grammar and the everything how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be." And I'm like, you may have been right, but now it's like you see it more,
Yeah.
and you kind of realize you can't get away from it, so you just take baby steps. I take baby steps.
Yeah.
Like I'm not off the deep end, but just baby steps.
So here's what I would say. There's a couple of things that I love about what you just said that I think is so valuable for us, but also for your viewing audience. Artificial intelligence is first and foremost artificial. It requires human intelligence to be intelligent.
Yes.
Now, if you don't speak with highfalutin language and have a diplomatic voice and all that kind of stuff, and you put it in ChatGPT, and I see this highfalutin thing, and I know you can't spell half of the words in there, then that's not you.
Yes.
Then that's not you. But you have to know your own voice. So when I get some things and I go like, I don't sound like that. And then I change it to what I sound like.
Exactly.
Or it's even helped me to hone in a little bit more on my brand voice for my company. It's like, okay, this is getting closer to what I want the brand to sound like, right? So that's one. Artificial intelligence is first and foremost artificial. Where artificial intelligence beats human capacity is it can research, decipher, analyze information in record speeds. So what would take me maybe even a month to do, I can do in an hour. Because I go and I use Perplexity for research. ChatGPT also has a deep research tool as well. And so I go and say, okay, do a research on this, that, whatever. And it comes up also with the links of where the information is found. So it's not creating stuff up. It's
Yes.
actually doing the
Yes,
research.
yes.
So then you
I wish I had that when I was in school. So that's
all
you know.
And there is a overall discussion about intellectual property as to what part of that belongs to you versus what part of that is artificially created. Now, it's a big discussion. I'm not going to go too much into the details of that, and I'm not an IP specialist or intellectual property specialist. However, I see the opportunity where we are now having what is called in the world of technology augmented intelligence. So that's human intelligence plus artificial intelligence. So now you have augmented intelligence. So now you get to be more intelligent. Here's what no artificial intelligence can do for you. It cannot connect to another human being.
No.
Now, for some people, because especially the voice ones, they're starting to sound really empathetic,
Yes.
right?
And it's kind of scary.
It is kind of scary, and some people are getting confused, but that's why I started off by saying artificial intelligence is first and foremost
Artificial. Yeah.
Fall for it. Don't fall for it. It's fake.
If they-
It ain't real. No matter how nice the voice sounds, it ain't real.
And also some of it can be an echo chamber, so it can be telling you exactly what you want to hear
Exactly.
unless you know how to use it intelligently.
Intelligently.
To criticize you, and I say that from the perspective of constructive criticism, to be a neutral perspective on the way that you think. So I've loaded things up and I've asked, okay, is this bias? What are some of the limiting beliefs that you may be picking up here by the language? Like different things of that nature, which has helped me to be like, oh, I still got issue with that, I got to deal with that. That's something that I need to address. I don't think that in 2025, and especially in 2026, you can baby step your way into AI. Because every tool that you're using
Has AI.
has AI.
Yep.
We've been using it, it just didn't call it
AI.
which is what I realized as I see more articles. In it.
Yeah, and it's become more, AI has become more democratized. More people, it's like internet. Before internet was internet for everyone, it was just internet for the army.
Yeah.
And then it became democratized. Same thing with the computer. So financial institutions, military institutions, things of that nature have been using AI all the time. I always use the example of your, when you go on your banking app, it ain't somebody who going into the vault counting your money and telling you how much it is and then putting
No.
it on the app.
Good point.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
I use that instead of
Everyone was like, whoo.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
That's very accurate because you were using it, you weren't thinking about it. You were just like, this is a tool available, but now it has a name and it has
Yes. And now,
Thing on its own.
not only that it has a name, you now have access
to it.
to it. Affordably so, by the way. Most of these tools are free,
Free.
or very low monthly
Cost.
Yeah.
So I have demoed apps. I do not code. I don't know how to lick a code nowhere. When I was learning how to, I'm going to age myself. It's okay because I will embrace it in this moment.
There we go.
But when I learned to code, it was MS-DOS.
And I still don't know how to code.
Okay? And I learned
I
how.
have to ask you, do you know what MS-DOS is?
No.
For the people that know.
No.
For the people that know.
That's when the floppy disk was out, yes.
Floppy disks, I remember those.
Yes.
No, the big ones.
The big ones.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not the small
Oh, the
ones.
big, the big wobbly ones. When you shake it, it start moving it.
Oh no.
Is MS-DOS days, and you had to learn if-then statements. And I
Yes.
remember Mr. Archibald,
Mr. Type.
who used to say algorithm. And that's how I learned, AKA, how to code. I was not a great coder, so I didn't really embrace it at the time. I should have probably, but who knows? I mean, a lot of coding people actually right now are losing their jobs because AI is being better
Yes,
and faster at coding than coders.
they are. Yeah.
So, but I vibe code, and what vibe code is? Vibe code means based on my vibe. Literally, that's what it means. Oh, you think I'm joking? Like literally, oh, you look this up. Based on my vibe, I go and I use whatever tool that I feel comfortable with. There's a few that I absolutely love, and with a prompt, I go ahead and say create this or that, or I go into ChatGPT and be like, this is my idea. Give me a really good prompt to create this type of a thing. Copy paste from there, put it in that, and in under 5 minutes, voila, I have a tool that I can use. It can go live, whatever. I've even done this with some of my clients, that they go like, Ife, I need something to do this, that. I said, sure, not a problem, hold on. Pop, 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 pop. Here you go. And they're like, what? You just did that? Like, yeah, I didn't really do anything, thank you, Jesus. But you need to have a level of creativity. You need to have a level of strategic thinking.
Yep.
And you have to be a critical thinker. There's a lot of ads out there that I could absolutely see that it's AI. That is false advertising. And I know it's false advertising. The content is off. And you know, they have the woman who looks like she's in her 50s, and it's for something. So for some of our demographic that may not be comfortable with technology, anything that they see, they believe.
Yeah.
And so in this world of AI, you have to become a critical thinker. It's going to be really important. On the flip side of that, AI is not a silver bullet. It will not solve all human problems. And the problem...
I was hoping it would solve the problem of me getting a husband. I'm just saying.
Well, it might.
And you can
might.
it can actually tell you what will be the best
It might.
dating sites and everything to go on.
might.
I've asked questions, guys.
It might help. It might solve the problem.
It might help.
But you have to do the other work on your own.
No, man. I want to actually find me a husband. They deliver the husband, the rendering of his picture, is
Yes,
all-
It might listen. It might find you the husband, but it might not be the husband you need.
Oh, that's a word.
But what's the point?
But to be fair, I mean, we're joking, but really and truly, even in places like Japan, they're actually exploring to have marriages for people who want to marry AI.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like, so that's the kind of world that we're living in. Now, here's the part that's scary. People think AI itself is scary. It's not AI.
It's the
The
people.
application.
It's the people.
It's the
Yeah.
People are always crowded.
Because the same way with internet, the same way with your phone, the same way with TV, all of these tools, you have good stuff and you have bad stuff.
Yeah.
And no one is creating the bad stuff outside of the actual human beings.
Yeah.
And so if we really want to see AI making a difference, we can't just be passive. We have to take a bit of an active role.
Yeah.
Because good people need to be able to use it so that it can do good
For us and the future generation
for
to
us
come.
and this future generation. We have to decide what kind of world we're going to live in with AI as a part of the world, right?
Because whether we like it or not, it's moving with or without us.
On the flip side of that, if you are not, because you said you're not technical, you don't need to be technical. You just need to know a little bit of English and put a sentence together, and you should be okay with pretty much any AI tool, because everything is about prompt. There's a whole industry now called prompt engineering. The average prompt engineer makes $250,000 a year.
I'm in the wrong position.
This is public knowledge, so I can say it. Mark Zuckerberg hired 10 people from OpenAI because Meta, in our phones we could see it, Meta has gone all in on AI too, and have paid them each $10 million a year. Okay? So there's a lot of money to be had. I don't need the 10 million. I don't need the 10 million, right?
I mean, I want it, but I don't need it.
Exactly.
But if you really wanted to say, okay, let me pivot and let me see how I could get into this industry, and you have a good command of English language and you know how to construct the English language, you could make a very healthy 6-figure income in St. Martin by being a prompt engineer. That's on that side. On the other side of the spectrum, In the US, there's a shortage, there's a growing shortage of plumbers, and they estimate that in the next 18 months, that shortage is going to be 300,000 plumbers that will be needed. So for those kinds of jobs, before we went live, we were talking about electricians and things like that. Those are always going to be in high demand.
Yes.
And we treat vocation and trades like it's secondary.
There. Yep.
And so I think that this is also an opportunity for many people to really embrace the trade and vocational industries. Do it professionally, though. Like don't
And ethically.
do it professionally and ethically.
Ethically, yep.
Don't be those type of people that you say you're coming on Sunday, you don't show up until 3 Sundays later.
Also, don't be a pipe fitter when we're asking for a plumber.
Exactly.
Because a plumber, plumbers, high demand, but there are a lot of people who decide they fit in pipe together, but don't know how to structure
Exactly.
the plan so that you know exactly what pipe to put in
Exactly.
and put where.
Exactly.
So if you're going to be a plumber, be a plumber.
Yeah, and to your point, I think this is the opportunity for all of us to really hone in on the value that we bring to the world
Yeah.
and take that to the next level. And that's what's really exciting for me about AI. Now, that being said, because as you can tell, I could talk about AI all day, all night. On the 27th to the 29th of August, we're hosting our very first AI Islands. So we were going to do our signature event anyhow this year in Curacao. It was a huge success last year. And also this year, some things happened that did not allow us to do our signature event in St. Martin.
Okay.
So we said, okay, we still have Curacao, so we'll be doing it in Curacao. And I have been deep diving, experimenting, doing all kinds of things with AI, building it out also in my own business, and just looking at the trends. I'm very good at spotting trends, seeing where things are going, and having the idea of, okay, this is what we need to know in order to be on top of it. And it dawned on me that the only discussion we really should be having as entrepreneurs is how we're using AI. Because it allows us to produce faster, oftentimes better, and cheaper, while still being able to command decent prices. Because people pay for speed, people pay for convenience. So if I have a project to do and you need the project plan by Friday and I deliver it by Wednesday, you're going to be happy with me.
Yes.
If I deliver it the Friday after, you're going to be like, oh gosh,
Not this again.
not this again, right?
And now I'm thinking in my head, who I gonna?
Who else you going to deal with,
Exactly.
right? And so things happen. I have also like delayed stuff, and then you call or you message and you say, listen, I'm running late on this and that, whatever. But if you're able to produce quicker results, better results, cheaper results for yourself, and still command the premium prices or the prices that the value, then that puts you in a better position as an entrepreneur. It makes you more profitable. It gives you time freedom. It allows you to really double down and focus on what you need to be doing. Now,
It makes you more demanding too, as well.
it puts you more in demand. So now if we're looking at a book to read that everybody here should be reading and every entrepreneur I highly recommend that you read, 10x is easier than 2x. Let me tell you, that will change your life.
10x is easier than 2x.
Is it on Audible?
I believe so.
Because we listen to books when we drive.
Okay. But that also means that you're going to be more in demand. You're going to do different things differently. So at AI Islands, we have different speakers from around the world. We have Gigi Wang, who is a professor at UC Berkeley. She's a global innovation and entrepreneurship expert. We have Mark Pereira, who's a fintech entrepreneur based out of Trinidad. We have Leslie Samuel, who's from Samat and based in the US. MP Irian is also going to be there. We just got Blue Nap. Blue Nap is a huge tech company in Curacao who has agreed to do a workshop on how to build your own bots and things of that nature.
Own bots?
Bots.
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 Robots.
Yeah.
Built bots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like chat bots and different
Yeah,
things
it's
for
very
your,
hard.
for your company. We are hosting our welcome reception at the U.S. Consulate. In fact, they're co-hosting it for us, so we're very excited about that. And we have 2 tickets, passes as we call them, available. We have the Paradise Pass, which is $97 now. I don't know if you guys have gone through these kinds of multi-day type of events, conferences. You don't get that for $97. You get the online version for
For
$97.
$97, yeah. Yeah, yep.
You don't get in person for $97. And our VIP pass is at $397. Also, you don't get that at that price. When we look at the value of what we're bringing to the table, that's usually about $1,200 to $1,500 a pop. We've decided to keep it really low because we want to make sure that it's as accessible to as many people as possible. Even though we do have limited space, because we also want to make sure that we're working with you. So it's not just you come and you listen. That's going to be good. You're going to be able to ask questions, but there's actual workshops to work out your business. And if you're an entrepreneur, oftentimes you don't get to work on your business. You're always working in your business. I was focusing on the delivery and all of the day-to-day, but you don't get a time to stop and say, okay, how can I build this and where am I going to be in the next 5 years? So we're very excited for that. And that's happening August 27th to 29th at the Centrale Bank of Van Curaçao in St. Martin. Let me say it correctly. And we're also very honored to have the Central Bank as a partner, the U.S. Consulate as a partner. We have other partners that are helping with getting the word out. So we're very excited about what's going to happen in Curacao.
Okay, good. Do you foresee that you'll be doing something also here on the island to also welcome our local entrepreneurs to come out, to get them all started into this, you know?
That's a very good question. By the response that we're getting, it looks that we're going to have to, or else I can't live in Samantha.
Because when I'll tell you personally,
Move!
personally, I saw it and I was like, in Curacao. I was like, well,
When I saw it initially, my business partner, she said, we should do this. And I was like, yeah, no problem, let's do it. Thinking it was an online service. And then she was like, no, chick. It's in person. I said, oh, I have to leave.
yes. Then I started calculating.
So I calculated, okay, fine, with the plane ticket, this. But then we were like, okay, we very seldomly invest in ourselves.
Yes.
That's
And
it.
investing in ourselves also means investing in our businesses.
That's right.
So we are doing that to be able. So Moms in Paradise will be there supporting
Yay.
and learning and trying. Like I said in the beginning, these are the type of opportunities that we don't always
No.
get.
Yeah.
It's not always closed by.
No.
And
Exactly.
that's why we're grateful that you are creating the opportunities so people like me, who have their own business, gets a chance to sit with the minds of those who's been there, who's creating it, who's expanding it, and who can teach me how to do so in my own business.
Absolutely. And that is such a beautiful summary of what you're going to get. The question about where it's going to be, this is what I know to be true. When I decided to switch, I did my research, right? So I went online and I searched, not just using AI, I did other kinds of searches.
I don't believe you anymore.
I did use AI and then I fact checked some of the
Some
stuff.
other stuff, yeah.
In the region, there's not anything like this for entrepreneurs. The conversation is very high level or very focused in education, medical, finance, not for entrepreneurs and small business owners specifically. And that's also why we decided to call it AI Islands, because in the islands, we need this. Typically what happens in the islands is the expertise comes from abroad. They come, they settle in the different islands. They leverage the creativity, the ingenuity, the resourcefulness, the resilience of our people. And it builds their business that's headquartered elsewhere. And that's okay. But what's even better is when we're doing it for ourselves.
Exactly. And helping each other grow.
Headquarters
care. Yep. And helping each other grow.
and helping each other grow.
Because that's something that we need a lot here on the island.
Yes, and it's our islands, it's our people, it's our creativity, it's our ideas that oftentimes get leveraged. And again, going back to Islandpreneur showcasing our value to ourselves, this also gets a chance to showcase our value to ourselves in a different way. So for sure, we will be doing something. I don't know when and I don't know how yet. What it looks like is that we'll do a lot more online stuff so that we can get as many island people as possible, because traveling in the Caribbean is also not easy, also not cheap.
It's starting to, and the prices are going up, more up than coming down.
It's really ridiculous. Like I've had to go to Bahamas, had to go through Miami and Santo to get to Bahamas.
Wow. That makes sense.
It's just taking a lot to get to the islands. So we more than likely will do some more digital stuff, and if there's anything that's in person, I will definitely let you all know.
Please, we would love that.
I did have a question.
Yes.
You said that there is two passes, a VIP pass and a
Paradise Pass.
Paradise Pass. What are the differences between the passes?
Yeah.
Because it's $79? No.
It's $97 for the Paradise.
Pass and $397
Yeah.
for the VIP. That is a big difference. What am I getting if I decide to do the VIP pass?
So the VIP pass gives you obviously more. So in addition to what you would get in the Paradise Pass, which is the sessions, workshops, some digital tool resources, the VIP adds a VIP lunch, a mastermind, a one-on-one strategy session that will be a follow-up to, and also 90 days of implementation support. So it is not just that you got it and then you're left to your own devices. Our team and those within our network will be available to support you for 3 months after the event to ensure that you are implementing it right, or if there's some changes to let you know what the changes are, things of that nature, and a little bit of hand holding to ensure that you have gotten comfortable with the AI tools that you built. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, that's,
And also, and then you know what, because then it's really worth it.
yes.
It's for me then, if I'm going to pay almost, basically $400 for something, I like the fact that you have the follow-up after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one-on-one session.
Yeah.
And that will help me support, that will support the idea that I have and what I need for my
Yeah.
business. And then that I can still be like, hey, I am
Yeah.
lost.
Yep.
What do I do next?
And then she holds your hand, and then you're going to be led the right way.
Yeah, we schedule a call. We'll probably schedule a call at least once a month for the next 3 months. And then that call is standing there, and if I can't figure it out, there's someone in my network that can. So we also are growing our team with people who have studied AI, gotten certified in AI tools and things of that nature. So we're very excited about the collaborations that are happening on the back end to make sure that we provide the right kind of support.
Good.
Awesome. So remind me again, when is it?
August 27th to the 29th in Dushi Corsaro. Don't worry, you're coming to St. Martin.
That's what I was gonna say. I was waiting on this part because I would then have to tell the viewers. I think.
I will do something because I'm sure I can get battle out of St. Martin at some point.
You will. I think you also have to, when you're networking, especially we had a conversation about it, and you were very strategic about going to Curacao
Yes.
because of how far along they are
Yes. Oh, yeah.
with AI.
Yes.
So in
And
brand-
technology.
and technology.
Yes.
So in doing it there, you're also providing the resources
Yes.
and networking moments for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm going.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be able to actually network and meet people
Yes.
in Curacao
Curacao.
so that I can also make my
Yes.
own
Connections.
connection.
Yeah.
So say one, say two. When you when you've done it, she didn't do it because
Yeah.
Curacao was better. She did it because Curacao had connections.
Yes.
And it is what it is.
And that's why we're saying now that once you get those connections, you're
Bring
bringing
it
them right
Yeah,
here
I
to
will.
home.
No, I will bring it home. And thank you so much for that because, for example, last week we got a call from Blue Nap Americas. Blue Nap Americas is a huge tech company in Curacao, but recently they just launched Curacao, the first in the Caribbean sovereign AI data center platform. And so they are providing AI as a service. And they are offering X amount of hours for those that want to do so. So to your point, they are further along in Curacao when it comes to technology. You have more tech companies there,
Yes.
more techpreneurs. You have grade 4. I hope I'm saying this correct because guys, don't shoot me. I'm not the technologist here. I'm a futurist, but not a technologist. But they have grade 4 and data centers, which are very hard to find in Curacao. And so companies are going to Curacao also because of the technological environment that they
yeah.
have.
Creating, yeah.
St. Martin is not that far along. And St. Martin has been advancing. Let me be very clear because I know several of the people who are on the back end doing the work. So they have been advancing, but we're not there yet. And so AI Islands made sense to do the first one in Curacao, especially since we already had the data and all of that committed. And then after that, to support different islands in different ways. And so we will be doing something back home at some point. I can't tell you when, but definitely online for sure.
Online. Okay,
Awesome.
great. All right, so we just want to thank you, Ife, for coming here
This is awesome.
to Moms in Paradise.
Yes.
I mean, Moms in Paradise is also going to be visiting you
Yes.
in Curacao, you know,
Yes.
getting the connections and everything.
Yes.
And we applaud you for the work that you're doing and that you're shining a light here on our beautiful island, the island that most people come to vacation, but we are working hard here and you are working hard here, and we appreciate it for opening the doors that you're doing for mothers, other women in businesses. We truly appreciate you.
I can't say how it has been such an honor to be here with all of you. I have admired and still admire each and every one of you. You are all doing amazing, amazing work in each and of your rights. And so thank you for having me. Thank you for the drinks. This is also good. Mine is non-alcoholic, people. I'm not drinking. And on camera, I'm not doing that. But this is a brilliant, and continue this. We need more of these kinds of spaces. We need more podcasts. We need more of the media. We need more of that. So continue to do this kind of work.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know we're very pressed for time, and I can't. Well, I still want to. Can I still give
Do your
my?
mom moment.
Yes, I want to do
Do
my
a mom
mom
moment.
moment because I have a 5-year-old who is going on 35. I'm honestly believing that she's going on 35,
I think so too.
and then she speaks so fast that she could attest to that. And then I'm just like, what are you saying? And then I'm gonna have to listen to her, and then she gets more frustrated with me. So we had a situation where she was asking me something. Bear in mind, she's in the living room, I'm in my bedroom, and she's saying it, and I'm like, I can't hear you. And I'm saying it over and over, I can't hear you. Then she comes to me and she's like, what happened? Is your ears broken?
Oh.
Aren't you hearing me when I'm speaking to you?
Oh.
And then she and walked out the room.
Oh Lord.
And you know, I didn't know if I wanted to laugh or like take something and throw it at her. And I'm just like, you know, a lot of times as parents, we say things to our children and we don't realize that when they in turn and they say it back to us, we are like, huh. But I do remember telling her once, is your ears broken? Did you not hear me talking? But we were closer compared to where we were. But that was my mom moment of the week. Yes, like, hello, miss, you don't do that. And then later on, after come out, I love you, mom. I love you too, but I still want to fight you.
So I discipline you.
You understand?
Discipline yourself, yes.
But guys, thank you a lot again for tuning in to Moms in Paradise podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you again, Ife, for being here with us. Just remember, guys, that Paradise is not gonna help me here.
Paradise is not a place, but it's a
Mindset.
mindset. That's the
It's so
That's our tagline.
So you can have a little bit of paradise anywhere you go. And of course, try our drinks out. When we make them, you try them. And then you also have a little paradise when you're home as well.
With or without alcohol.
Without alcohol. And then, of course, you can tune into our social media platforms to watch our episodes. And they are listed below.
Monthly
So,
Paradise Podcast everywhere. It's Facebook,
Instagram,
Instagram,
YouTube,
and we're on Spotify for persons that want to listen to it as they are driving.
Yes. Again, guys, thank you. And until next time.
Bye.
Bye.